Welcome to the Hmong Peeps Show, the one and only show that brings you ordinary people sharing extraordinary insights. Well, maybe. Here is your host, Chew Effin Lee.
Hey, what's going on, everybody? This is Chew. Welcome to the Hmong Peeps Show. I'm going to launch a new series, I guess if you want to call it that, and it's going to be regarding relationships with yourself and others. And I've created a Facebook group called Hmong Relationships, and if you are interested, you can surely request to be a member of that group, and that's where a lot of these episodes or shows are going to be posted up, and also the videos will also be posted up on my YouTube channel, Hmong Peeps, the Hmong Peeps Show. And you can find all the videos of Hmong relationships on that channel, and hopefully you guys will enjoy it. So why did I decide to do a series on Hmong relationships? And I think it's important because we all have relationships with other people. That's just obvious and common sense. It's unavoidable. But we also tend to forget about relationships with ourselves. And so I'm trying to provide insight or perspectives on how to build relationships with yourself, how to preserve that relationship, and how to sustain it, and also how to improve it, I guess, if you want to look at it that way too. And I am not trying to say I have the answers to all relationship problems, because every relationship, whether it's with yourself or others, is unique. It's different, and it would also require a different, a different approach. Not one shoe size fits all. Okay, so that's the goal of these video series. And as I said, I hope you guys enjoy it and also participate in helping others who watch these series. And you can help them by, giving me comments on the videos. Whether you've experienced these situations or know of someone who experienced it, and how they or you overcame these, situations regarding relationships, okay? Now, some of you might think, who the hell is this guy to just come up with this idea or want to do this? Who died and made him this authority figure? And I don't think I'm an authority figure at all. I think I'm just someone who has a passion to want to share my experiences and other people's experiences to help you get some guidance or some insights into what you're dealing with. Okay, I mean, I'm not perfect. I have my own issues, of course, just like you all do, and it's a unique situation, but we all have to figure out somehow or some way to get out of it. All right, my background, in case some of you guys are still wondering, what does this guy have in his background that makes him qualified to talk about these things? I think we all are qualified to talk about whatever we want to. The more experience you have in life in certain areas, I believe that the more qualified you are. And just because someone is deemed qualified or not, again, that person doesn't have the final answer or the best answer to fix problems. All in all, it's just a perspective. So I want you guys to kind of take my content as an opinion and a perspective. And hopefully it'll be valuable opinions and perspectives. And they're just general perspectives too. Okay, so sometimes when I say men or women are like this, I don't mean all men or women. Or when I speak of a certain religious group, it's not all of those people who are a part of that group do these certain behaviors. It's a general statement, okay? So going back to my background, I do have clinical backgrounds in marriage and family therapy. I worked with individuals, couples, families, provided therapy for them, and it's been an interesting experience. It's mostly with Hmong families, But I've had clients that are from other ethnic groups as well, and the situations and problems that other non-Hmong people deal with, I'm sure that Hmong people can also relate to it as well, because it's all revolving around relationships. Okay, relationships is, again, as I said at the beginning of this video, it's something we all have. Okay. So today's topic, I wanted to go into being held hostage. What does that mean? When we think of being held hostage, we think of what we see on TV, right? Most likely. We think about how somebody kidnapped someone, or somebody robbed a store and then they took the customers or the store owner as hostage. Well, this one, when I'm referring to hostage in relationships, and it's more of being held hostage by somebody else that you have a relationship with, whether it's a family member or a partner. And I think this happens quite often in our community. It's unfortunate, but it does happen. And being held hostage means you are being, there's fear put into you, basically, by someone who's either a family member or a partner. And they're doing this in a way to control you, to put fear in you. And the most common situations that I've encountered is when a parent or a partner will say, if you do this behavior, I will kill myself. Or more commonly, if you misbehave or if you cause shame to me, I will kill myself. Hopefully some of you guys can relate to this or know of someone who has gone through this or is going through this. And let me just tell you, from personal experience, I've gone through it. I've been a hostage. And it's a horrible, horrible feeling. I didn't know what to do at that point of time in my life where somebody held me hostage in that way, and it's like walking on eggshells every day, just not sure if that person's really gonna follow through with their threats. And you can't really do anything. You can't really be yourself when you're held hostage. You always feel like you're on lockdown, to some degree. You can't reach your potentials. You can't do what your dreams are. You can't fulfill your happiness, your goals, because of that one person who you care deeply about, because they threaten to hurt themselves. And unfortunately, there's been cases where these people who hold other people hostages, they have actually followed through with their threats. Growing up, I remember hearing stories of some families who have a very strict father or mother, and in these cases they were mostly fathers, where their children didn't behave according to the father's standards. And the father did threaten to say, if you continue this, I will kill myself. And the father followed through. And it's a very unfortunate situation. I feel so horrible and sad for those families, that had to go through that. But it's something very difficult to wrap your head around if you've never gone through it, because you can easily say, just leave, right? That's the easiest thing to say. But it's easier said than done. And it doesn't always have to involve, life-threatening situations. It could be, like a marriage deal or a relationship where, your partner is threatening to do harm to you physically or even to your character, and then you feel so, I guess, I'm not sure what the word is, but the best word is just a hostage, I guess. You feel like such a hostage, and you can't do nothing to escape. So for a lot of people who has never been a hostage in any of those situations, it's so much easier to say, just get out of the relationship. Because when you look at the relationship on a deeper level, a lot of emotional investment has gone into the relationship, so it's not something easy to just get away from. It's not like a light switch. And then in some situations, there's other things involved in the relationship, other investments other than the emotional piece. Sometimes there's children involved, which is even more sad, I think. And then there's the piece about security, financial security, where if I do leave my partner, then how am I going to support myself and or my children? But you want to leave the relationship, but you just can't because of those situations. And it takes a strong person to really say, you know what, I'm done with this, I'm gone. And I'll share with you how I moved on from my situation of being held hostage. So for me, I just had to be okay with the fact that that person who held me hostage is gonna do it, whether I can't stop it. I cannot stop it. That's the reality of it. If they decide to hurt themselves, that's their decision, and I need to be okay with it because I did not cause it. I did not put any kind of weapon into their heads. I did not put any ideas in their head, and they're making that decision themselves because they're not happy with what I'm doing, and I need to be okay with it. And it took me a while to put this in my head to say, look, you can't control everything. You can't control everything. That's their path, and if that's how they want to go out, there's nothing I can do about it. And how do I deliver myself from that situation, which is, for me at the time, was focus on you, on your happiness. Because my happiness at the time wasn't selfish at all. It was more just, this is what I really want to do for me and my family. This is my goal, my intentions. And I don't care if people like it or not. I don't have any intentions to hurt anyone, to rob anyone, steal anyone, or con anyone. So if that person doesn't like my approach, I can't do nothing about it. I have to just move forward. And that's how I was able to deal with it. Now, remember when I said earlier, it's a horrible, horrible situation to have to go through. But all of us, I shouldn't say all of us, but a lot of us go through it. And I wouldn't wish it on anyone. Okay. And I'm sure there's a lot of other reasons why people don't want to get out of it or can't get out of it. I think a lot of it has to deal with the lack of support. No one's willing to listen to them or provide advice, if you want to call it that. And so they feel alone, they feel scared. The victims feel scared to reach out to anyone because they just don't know who to go talk to. And that's another sad situation. Now, the fear of, that the person who's holding you hostage, the fear of that person following through, it's terrorizing. It really is. You care about that person a lot, even though they're hurting you, and you don't want nothing bad to happen to them. And a lot of people who are victims of this, they do have a genuine heart, to still love that person. But I guess that's also the barrier for them. They can't seem to let go and just focus on their safety, on their goals and accomplishments in life. My opinion on people who hold other people hostage is this. Those are very mean and evil people, and very, very selfish. I can't really explain it in any other way than that. But maybe this might upset some of you guys, but that's how I really feel about them. And maybe I still need to have a better understanding of why they do what they do. But I think at the end of the day, they really just are people who want to control people. And the only way they can control people is to use that fear method or approach of threatening to hurt themselves if they don't get their way. And again, remember, some of you who listen to this that has never really gone through it, or maybe some of you have gone through it, and your way was to just say, you know what, forget it. Just forget it. Just get out of that relationship or get out of that household. If you were able to do that, great for you. More power to you. You found strength and courage to do it, but it's not as easy for a lot of people. So the solution is different for everyone. Okay, I don't have one single solution that's going to resolve this issue, but as I said earlier, when I shared my experience, I had to go through that the phase of really understanding that the person holding me hostage, I cannot stop them from what they're going to do. And no matter what I do in life, if they don't like it, I can't control that. If they still want to harm themselves because I'm doing well for myself, that's their decision. And if they want to harm themselves because I'm not doing well for myself, that's still their decision. And I need to be okay with it, because I really can't control what they think and what they want to do. That's what helped me get through this situation. All right, well, that's it for today. If you guys can leave comments, questions, or your own stories below this video, I'd greatly appreciate it. I believe it will be very helpful for others who are either going through this situation of being a hostage, or if you have gone through it and you can share it. I think it's going to help other people heal and move forward in life. All right, so that's it for today. I appreciate you guys listening. I hope you guys enjoyed it, and I hope it was thought-provoking to some degree. And have a blessed day. We'll talk to you guys soon. Bye.